Hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you had a great week. Today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to be reading Psalms 37. That's one of my favorite chapters. And while we're doing it, we might be showing some scenery of the garden. So I'm going to go ahead and begin and you be blessed, all right? Psalms 37, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as a green herb. Okay, Psalms 37, verse 3. These are one of my favorite ones. Trust in the Lord and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. The Lord wants us to keep doing good, ladies. Just keep doing good. Whatever He puts in your heart, keep doing good. The next verse, verse 4, says, delight yourself also. What's that key word is delight. Delight yourself in the Lord. Get excited about knowing that He loves you with an everlasting love, and underneath are His everlasting arms. So delight in Him. Take time out of your busy schedule, whether you're by yourself, whether you're elderly, whether you're in a nursing home, wherever you are, whether you have 4, 5, 6 kids, delight yourself in the Lord. And He shall give you the desires of your heart, because why? Your desires will be His. And verse 5, commit thy ways unto the Lord. So first we read, trust in the Lord. Then delight yourself in the Lord. The next one is commit your ways unto the Lord. Remember, we are not our own. We don't own ourselves. God is the owner. We are just stewards. He asked us, He gave us 3 things. He gave us treasures, time, and talents. And the time is just the expansion of the time, that it's not just the TikTok kind of thing, but the time is the life that He's given to you. How have you used it for His glory? So those are things that you want to focus on, is the time, the talent, and the treasures. And it says, commit thy way unto the Lord. Commit your way unto Him. Just stop what you're doing. When you're at home, when you're outside, at work, commit your work. Just stop what you're doing. When you're about to make a decision, just stop what you're doing and focus on the Lord. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in Him, and He shall bring it to pass. Ask Him for wisdom and guidance. And He shall bring forth thy righteousness and the light and the judgment as the noonday. Then here's another key word, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself. There's another one, fret. Fret comes in this verse about 3 or 4 times, because right now a lot of us are fretting. Fretting about the economy, fretting about whatever it may be. And if you're on the social media a lot, be very careful, because you need to focus back on the Lord, because He promises He'll give you peace in the midst of everything. Okay? So remember that. And then, before I go on, look at this. This is our mammoth sunflower. Check out those leaves, how big that is. And look at the detail on how God created these things. So it grows to be about 13 feet tall. Some of you who have mammoth sunflowers in your backyard, it grows up pretty high. And the flowers are huge, ladies. I mean, they're like, the face of the sunflower is like huge. And then the leaves are really pretty. And then the inside, what we would do is we would kind of roast, we would take the seeds out and roast them and eat them. So it's just a blessing what the Lord has done here. And if you have a garden, you know the rewards that can be in it. But I have to admit, I didn't do anything. My husband, David, is the one who does all this. God has given him a gift in that area. And it's kind of hard for him to get in front of a camera, but I'm just giving him the credit, because let me tell you, that's his passion, and that's what the Lord's given him to do. And it's all organic, and it's beautiful, the flowers. If you want to look down here, this is a flower bed. Now, these are they're 2 sunflowers. That's a mammoth, and the wind we had was pretty serious, and it went down, and then now it's going up. If you notice how cool that is. And then we have, this is an antique bed that he found, and he started planting some green beans on it. So these are some green beans, and we don't have anything yet, but it kind of just goes that way and down. But these are just all of God's creation. And He provided it for us to eat, the herbs, for us to eat, the fruit, and it's all from Him. But there has to be a laborer behind it. You know, it's just like, but for all of us, God's given you a talent, and are you using it? Or don't wait You know, we don't know how long we have here on earth and how the Lord's going to do what he's going to do, but we know he's in control. But we don't know how long we have. And for the time that we have, let's be an impact on people and encourage them and lead them to Jesus Christ and encourage them to follow him and to give and to remind each other that what we have is not our own. We're just, you know, your body is just lent to you from the Lord. So I just wanted to remind you of that. And also let me go back to scripture where it says here, I'm going to read that last part again. It says, rest in the Lord, wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospers in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices. When you see things going wrong, you think, Lord, aren't you watching this? Do you see what just happened? He sees everything. And that's why he can tell us to rest in him. But we have to meditate and memorize. That, I've told y'all and myself, always reminding us, meditate and remember what he promises us. And he will do what he says. He will give you peace that passes all understanding. And then the other verse 7 says, or verse 8 says, cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. So don't choose to take care of this the world's way. When you see yourself getting anxious again, don't do that. You focus on the Lord. Okay? So remember the key words? The key words in here are trust in the Lord. Fret not. That's like about 3 or 4 times in that chapter. Delight yourself in the Lord. Commit thy works unto the Lord. And then rest in the Lord. So he wants you to rest in him. All right? So I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to continue on our little tour here. All right, we're going to start off with oregano. Here's our oregano. Love making this stuff. Remember, oregano is also like an antibiotic, and it's excellent in salads. And of course, our Italian food is a great. This is mint right here. Okay, and one of our plants that we have, this is called the Rose of Sharon. Look how beautiful that is. And this is the aloe vera plant down here, and of course look at the beautiful flowers that come from it. All right, and then we have our squash is right here. Okay, look, check out our green chives, or these are our onion chives. Look at that, it looks like green grass. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And that's what the rain did. Or when the Lord blessed us with rain, probably about 4 days ago, we really got a lot. This is, you can use this in, of course, salads, tacos, dishes. My husband found this, it was used to put frames inside or tiles. So he brought it home and he put it up, and so now we're having green beans going up on this. Isn't that cool? Okay, this is a really neat section here. Here we have some tomatoes. These are our tomatoes. This tree right here in the middle, this is a persimmons tree. It's kind of like a fruit. And so those are one of our favorites. Down here is our yellow squash. And check out the leaves, the size of the leaves on this thing. It's really cool. It's big. Then we're going to come back over here. Here's some more tomatoes. And we have some more squash going around here. Okay, here is our rosemary. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This smells so good. Good for the memory, good for your hair. Of course, good to put in chicken, good to put in drinks, whatever you'd like. It's just really, and especially dressings. Good, making your own dressings is really great. And this is another one of my favorites. This is bay leaf. And so this I put in some soups and pastas, and I just kind of take, all you do is you take the leaf off, and there you go. Then you open it. Oh my gosh, this is so good. But this is the bay leaf, all right? And these are our eggplants. We've got some really good eggplants, and mostly what I do with these is I just kind of roast them in the oven with olive oil, salt and pepper and garlic and some herbs in it. Check out this cactus. Look how big this is. I'm not sure the name of it, but we've had it for a long time. Kind of goes way at the bottom, and then it's one of our huge cactuses. But I love cactuses also. I think they're pretty cool. Here's another tree that my husband planted a couple of years ago, and look how beautiful it is. The leaves, they're kind of unusual. It's kind of like long with little tiny leaves on top of it or coming out of it. But look at these thorns. Look at these thorns. Is that amazing or what? And these are jalapeno peppers. We've got like maybe about four plants of these. So here's some jalapeno peppers. We love jalapenos. Those are also, of course, we all know they're good in salsas and Mexican food. Here we have some peppers. Okay, and also all this right here are rainbow carrots. So I'm going to pull out some right now. Here's a white one. Let's see if we can get some other colors out here. Okay, I wanted to show this to you. This is holy basil. This is more of a medicinal herb, but this has helped so much. And we've also noticed that our squash is in here, and they're not getting as worms as much. And we're thinking maybe it's because of the holy basil. And right here, this is a grapevine. Normally this is full of grapes. Okay, I wanted to show y'all, this is green beans growing on a fence. My husband went and got this fence. Somebody was throwing it away. So he just got it, put it in the ground, and started putting it and using it for green beans. And these are the ones that are green on the outside and red on the inside. It's asparagus. We grow asparagus. Right now it's already gone down to seed, but oh, let me tell you. Get it? Nothing like fresh asparagus off the plant. It's really good. Here's chard. We've got our chard here. It's already, a lot of it, we've used a lot of it already, but here's chard. Dressings, sauces, it's delicious. And you just kind of, and a lot of people don't, you know, when you have your time, here you have it, when you're preparing, you just kind of go, and you do that. Or sometimes what I do is I'll get something like this, and sometimes I'll tie it together and I put it in the pasta sauce. So I don't have to mess with it, because sometimes the leaves are really, they're small. All right, and to conclude, here are our beets. Check out our beets. Here's one here. Look at this beet. Look at that one. That one's pretty big. And I'm going to be roasting those in another video. I'm going to show how to roast them, and then you grate them. You can grate them with an apple, a fresh apple, and make a beet and apple salad. Oh, that's one of my favorite, and especially when they're both cold.